All right, everybody, welcome back to the NBHL Commish Chat Podcast. I'm NBHL Commissioner Anthony Sanrocco, joined by TJ Janus and Gianni Sanrocco as we take you through the Super Bowl. Let's go Birds.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Ooh, can I say
Yeah, we can.
Not a big
When it's
Birds
about
guy.
the birds,
Maybe
but
we'll bleep that one out.
Yeah.
That's unnecessary. That's probably the first on the podcast, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
no, I think we've snuck a couple in before.
I don't know.
I
that
put
warrants it if
when
it
I
is.
upload the episode, I put explicit every time just in case. Yeah.
Couple snuck in there.
Yeah, just you never know because I don't listen to it, and I don't remember what we talk about every week.
So me and Gianni, Eagles fans, TJ, Giants fan, watched his boy Saquon win a Super Bowl. How we feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's so sad that the Giants did him the way they did, but I was happy that he won. Not so happy for the Eagles, but more just Saquon. But no, it was tough scenes last night. Looking at social media and looking at it today, and I'm just so jealous, like of just honestly just how exciting it gets around here during the Super Bowl. But but I'll admit that, yeah. But yeah, no, it's tough.
I feel like sports like this puts, especially someone like you, in a weird spot where like you want all of your friends to be miserable.
Yeah,
Like you actively want us to be unhappy and to see our team lose.
I did. With a few buddies last night, I was just like, they're not gonna, just everything that came up, I was like, they're not gonna win. Like I saw the news, tomorrow or from tomorrow, and they didn't win, and it was just busting balls.
It was
all game.
I talked to a couple people today, and the Super Bowl came up, and they're like, "Yeah, the game really wasn't that fun to watch for like a neutral fan." I'm like, "That was the best football game I've ever watched in my life." Like,
I could watch that game 10 more times.
yeah,
This week.
I watched the highlights twice today. Like,
It might go down as one of like the most uncompetitive Super Bowls ever. I don't know.
It was a
Reminds me of the that Broncos Super Bowl years ago. That
Would
was
never
a
happen in
blowout.
the NBHL. It'd always be competitive.
No.
Yeah.
It could never happen here. It's impossible. But yeah, it was fun. Go Birds.
go birds.
Go Birds.
I stopped at the store and like 20 minutes ago brought this Super Bowl hat. Got to rock the fresh, the merch on the podcast. Not sponsored by the Eagles, but
Jeffrey Lurie, if you're listening.
yeah, we're all ears, Jeff.
I'm not, but not ears.
Well,
no
we
ears
got
here.
some Eagles with us.
Yes.
So particular. Say that. Can someone say that?
particularly.
That was really good. The position of center, because Jason Kelsey, one of the now, I guess he's an owner of Garage Beer. And now a new sponsor this year is Jerky for us, which is the new center for the Eagles. Cam Jurgens started a beef jerky company. So at the end of the episode, you get to watch us eat. It's terrible podcasting, but we're going to try his beef jerkies. But yeah, so centers in, centers are in ball hockey, centers like the NBHL. So
Specifically
sense,
Eagles centers, yeah. And I'll just say I'm a huge Jergy guy, but I'm not a huge Birds guy.
That's okay. I think we can. I think Cam can live with that as long as long as you like the jerky.
As long as he's fine with that.
But yeah, Super Bowl was awesome. I don't like Jeffrey Lurie. If you're still listening, don't listen to this part. I don't like how the trophy goes to the owner first.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think it should go to the player.
Yeah.
It should go to their captain. Like I don't know.
I think it could be done in a way where the owner gets it first. Like I feel like if instead of the owner being presented the trophy to like raise it up, like the owner is given the trophy to then give to their captain, kind of like a Ray Bork situation where like you give it to the owner and he presents it to his captain.
Yeah.
Isn't that what
I
they
think
did?
that could
Kind
be a
of
little better. But nah, he gets to he shouldn't celebrate with it first. He can touch it first, but
Totally in agreement. Like the Stanley Cup, you win that, it's going straight to the captain. That is insane. Like you spend all season playing, for the franchise, but at the same time, it's like you also own a $1 billion team or something like that. So
they get to keep the
you
trophy.
probably, well, yeah, I'm just saying you probably should get to touch it as one of the first people if you own an NFL team. But come on,
Elite GMs, you're not getting the trophy first. Okay, it's going to your captain.
yes.
But yeah, guess that's the most
Good
football we've ever
Super
talked
Bowl.
here.
Yeah, I think I won $30, so that was it.
Let's go. I did use
Bookies.com/NBHL.
yes.
Use our promo codes today.
I used a promo code and I won.
Nice.
It was very nice.
You didn't cash out too early?
No,
Good, smart.
did not. A couple NBHL updates. deposit emails, either your deposit is due, your deposit is late, or your email is incoming. You know, I don't know who you are, so I don't know which one applies to you. It might not even apply to you at all, but the deposit in some capacity is due. We also need refs. In some divisions are good to go, but if you're interested in reffing, reach out to us. Let us know.
Even in the divisions that are good to go, we can never have too many refs. If you're interested and you want to get in there and put the stripes on, we could always use more.
Yeah, refs we've got some training courses coming up. USA Ball Hockey does the ref courses. You go on their website, just usaballhockey.com. They've got those listed.
Yeah, they got the level 2 courses now too.
Yeah.
I did mine earlier in the year.
Congrats.
Yeah, I don't know if I should even say it, but I did not pass the quiz on my first try. I had to take it. Well, I kept, because it's by the USA Ball Hockey rules, and it kept tripping me up because they have some rules where they're different than us.
Yeah.
So that tripped me up on the first go. I was like, wait a minute, I gotta change my mindset and do the rules USA Ball Hockey rule book instead.
So that means you got like a 75%?
I was like 2 questions off from hitting it.
Yeah, it's only a 10-question test though.
No, this one's
No,
like
I'm
50.
kidding. It's a lot.
It's like a 50-question quiz.
damn.
Isn't it?
Really? Because I remember I think the level 1
first
was 20 or 25.
The first one I remember being shorter, but this one was I opened up the quiz. I'm like, oh my God, this is long.
I haven't done it.
I'm like, Meg, I'm not going to be out for dinner for a little bit. I got to finish this quiz.
You're doing a quiz, Gianni?
All right. Well, we'll make sure only to use you in emergency situations this year as a ref. More USA Ball Hockey stuff. Registration is open. All players have to register with USA Ball Hockey to play. Our waiver is up on the website. If you go to the nbhl.com, go to the tab that says About, and you scroll down to Resources, you will see where our waiver form is. Legends registration, or Legends divisions were finalized. We went 4 for 5.
Yeah.
80%. Massachusetts division did not happen. So hopefully
'em. We'll get 'em.
2026, Mass, Northeast, New England, whatever. We're coming for you. We're going to try to make it work. Just unfortunately didn't work out this year. But we got New Jersey, we got Long Island, we got Pittsburgh, we got Buffalo, got 18 total teams. Long Island still has to draft, but they're ready to go. But yeah, I'm excited. We'll be our first Legends champion, 45 plus division. So
Yeah, I'm sure Mass will come around after they see, how this year plays out, hopefully.
yeah, you like to hope so. Because they have so many amazing players that are that age. Like
The last couple of years, every year we've added a new division, and I feel like we're running out. What are we going to do next, guys?
yeah, we'll add a running division. The Healy division.
The Healy
the
division.
Healy
that's
division,
right,
Yeah, the Healy division.
Still waiting on
to
the
a rink near you.
sponsorship, but
Yeah. But what else? We're also in the hiring process. We're about to put out information for being a stat checker this year. If you'd like to be a stat checker, stay tuned on our social media. We'll have a post out soon. We're also in the middle of our intern hiring process. So if you're a college student looking for an internship, we got digital marketing, event management, media production, graphic design, even hockey operations. We're hiring a nice team of interns this year. So if you're interested, send us an email, league@thenbhl.com, GM us on Instagram, however you can get in touch with us. We'll get you, towards our applications, and you can apply for that. So throughout the month of February, we will be bringing everybody on board and get ready for the start of the season. But with that, big announcement. By the time you're hearing this, we have announced it. The NBHL is now sponsored by Napper. They are the official hockey sponsor for the league, the ball supplier, equipment provider. And we're really excited. We've been talking to these guys for a couple months now. They're amazing advocates for the game. They've been growing the sport in a really, really positive way. And we're excited. We're in a new era with Napper here. And yeah, you're going to see them on your jerseys, on your shorts. You're going to see them all over the place in the NBHL. Yes, on the balls. And yeah, we're excited.
It's true.
We're very excited. All right. I don't even know how we pick up from that.
Yeah.
We love Napper. That's how we pick up. I mean, if for those of you who are around the sport a lot, you've probably seen them around. I know players in the past have used their equipment. The ISBHF, they are the official sponsor of USA Ball Hockey, cool hockey events, tournaments. We just played the Winter Classic in Edison. We were using the Pro Fluid balls. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, yep.
So that was my first time using them for more than one game at a time. I like the feel of them. It felt good.
Plays more like a puck.
Yeah.
Less curve on the ball.
Less bounce.
Yeah. A little easier to sauce. It's nice. Yeah, I used a napper stick for the first time in that tournament. It's got like a thicker blade.
Yeah.
And I just felt like it was easier to control the ball. I don't know. I really liked it.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely continue using that stick. But
Yeah, and I mean, I saw going back a few years to the World Championships in Montreal, they put on that event like Gianni was saying with the ISBHF and just, was a first class event, I would say, and just was impressed. So, we're looking to, build that out through the NBHL and, see what we can achieve with Napper. So we're excited.
yeah, so stay tuned on our socials. We're going to have some deals coming up, some giveaways, gift cards, stuff like that. We'll have a discount code. So we'll be announcing those as they become available. But yeah, like I said, we're in the Napper era. We're excited to have them and excited to see where it goes. So NBHL Napper 2025.
Yes.
Another thing I wanted to talk about was this past weekend was the United Women's Ball Hockey Foundation's Strong Women, Strong Sport seminar at Temple University. So shout out Temple. Shout out Dr. Deborah Blair, who I've met throughout the years, who helped, work with UWs to organize it. They're, UWs, a part of the NBHL. They are huge for the growth of women's ball hockey. And then Temple University, their School of Sport, Tourism, and Hospital, they teamed up with them. And they had this 2-day event where Friday was their think tank. I attended with Colleen and Maria, our women's commissioners. And it was a full day there. They had Kalia Copper spoke, who plays in WNBA. She's an Olympic gold medalist. She's a WNBA champion. She's, Philadelphia based. She spoke, which was really cool to hear her story, how she got to where she was. And it was just like, it was, panels and discussions and group conversation about, women in sports, marketing, representation, sponsorships, partnerships, leadership, women's as fans of sport. And it was just very educational. Like I learned a ton. I will share with you after this all my notes. I have like a shit ton of notes on everything that happened. Like it was very interesting. I really enjoyed it. I wish I could have gone Saturday, but I was at the Ryan Pavlik's wedding. Shout out Pav.
Congrats.
Pav.
But so Saturday they had a Learn to Play clinic in the morning, and then they had their Hall of Fame banquet at night, where Jamie Cook, who founded Cool Hockey Events, and Nancy O'Halloran, who is just a legendary women's ball hockey player, has been on multiple national teams, been to Worlds tons of times, plays in the NBHL Massachusetts right now. Both got inducted to the UW's Hall of Fame. They did some recognition for the 2022 Women's Masters national team that won a gold medal, the 2024 women's national team that won the gold medal at the Worlds over in, where were they? Why am I blanking? Switzerland, yeah.
Visp, maybe? Something like that.
Yeah, it was definitely Visp. So they honored those teams. And then Angelo Tirana, he's the GM of the women's national team. He won one of the Contributors of the Year award. And then Natalie and Olivia Van Druff and Lily Walter, they won the Youth Contributors of the Year award. We did a story on them a little while ago where they worked with the Flyers to build a rink in New Hanover. So they're amazing, just growers of the sport. Like they're awesome. So congrats to Jamie, Nancy, Angelo, Natty, Olivia, Lily, like the whole crew, and UWs particularly. Like I didn't know what to expect going into the think tank on Friday, and like it was just a ball hockey. Like, I mean, there was other sports represented. Like, it wasn't just ball hockey. Mm-hmm. Like, there was someone from FIFA there. Like, there was a bunch of students there. There was people from just different avenues of like the sports world, different colleges. Like UMass Amherst had some speakers that were there. It was just
sounds inspiring.
It was really cool. There was probably, I bet you there was like 60-ish people there. Like it was a pretty decent crowd. They had a bunch of tables. There was people from Canada that run ball hockey leagues and ice hockey leagues up there I got to meet. So it's a good networking event.
Yeah.
Had a nice little happy hour after, got to meet people more there. Like it was a first class event. If you get invited to this or have any interest, like, because I'm certain this will not be the last one, go. Like, do what you got to do and go. Like, I learned so much there, and it was just, I don't know. I just can't speak highly enough. So shout out UWs. You guys crushed it. It was great.
I would love to attend next year.
Yeah. We'll get you.
Well, hopefully we're preparing for another Eagles Super Bowl next year. the same time.
Yeah, that would be
Two
great.
exciting back-to-back days for you.
Yeah, that was. That was a hell of a weekend.
Hell of a week. A wedding too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. Honestly.
Yeah, wow, you have had a rough couple of days.
Yeah, I'm very tired. It was rough getting up today for sure. BC division, finally, we have broken into Canada.
Boston College.
Nah.
Well,
No?
British Columbia. British Columbia on Vancouver Island, which Vancouver Island is not in Vancouver.
No.
It is 3 hours west. You have to take a ferry to get there. It's actually, the division will be played in Victoria, British Columbia. And Aiden Koulas, who runs that division, he's an amazing person. Like, he has played in the NBHL for years. He flies from Vancouver Island to play in the California division for a team in Las Vegas. And he's been to the, NBHL championships in Jersey. He's, been a huge supporter of us. And, him and I have been in conversations for years on how we could work together. And it kind of just came together. And he was like, let's make, our top level, our Premier League, the NBHL for this year. And we're like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
So we're on an accelerated timeline. This came together rather quickly, but they've got 3 teams to start. We're expecting some growth for next year, but these 3 teams have been playing against each other for a little bit. They've, they know each other, and we'll have the winner come out to Jersey for the championships. And, we finally have, we will host games in north of the border,
Yeah.
which will be very exciting.
Historic.
First international NBHL games.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, we've still got teams from Niagara playing in Buffalo. We've got a team in Vancouver, a tier 3 team that's working on playing in the Pacific Northwest division, but this BC division will be a tier 2. And yeah, our first division in Canada. So we're looking to replicate. We've already made some great connections up there for future divisions. So we're excited to see how this one goes and see where it grows from here. But I don't know. BC finally did it.
Hopefully not the last country we break into either.
Yeah. Yes.
Drop a comment what country you think we'll get into next.
Yeah.
Let's get the people going. Let's see what they want. Maybe they're going to throw something really wild out there. NBHL Japan next year.
Yeah, I did talk with a guy in Japan.
What was
A
his
Japanese like street hockey
Steve.
pickup.
But he lived in Japan, I swear.
name? Oh, wait, you're actually serious? He's actually
I'm being
serious.
dead serious.
Yeah, I forgot
I'm
about
not
that.
joking.
Me and Anthony are Japanese. Our grandmother's from Japan. So if ball hockey were to ever have a Team Japan, we would qualify. So
Let's go.
we're just getting our roots out there. Maybe, who knows?
Got to play a shifting world somehow in my life.
Yeah.
It's my only way. And I mean, staying on the West Coast here, we did the video about Bay Area street hockey, the Bashers. I played in this league I was there for less than a season. I was just working out there, and I played from basically the beginning of the season till right before the playoffs. So I kind of bailed on my team right before, but I moved back to Jersey, so I couldn't stay there or fly out for it.
Selfish.
Rookie of the year, though, right?
But I did win Rookie of the Year, and that league is unbelievable. Like, the video doesn't do justice on how awesome Bash is. I've talked about it on this podcast multiple times before, but the compete level is so high. Like, it's not a casual Saturday league. Like, those guys are going to win. Like, they are. I've walked away very sore from those games.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny how, like, in the video, you're like, yeah, the teams that play the, 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. game have to set up the rink. The people at the end have to clean up the rink. And I'm like, oh, like, you got to check the schedule and be like, oh, damn, I got to be up early to set up the rink or whatever. It's just kind of like one of those, schoolyard tasks, I guess, that you have to do to be able to play. But yeah it's just...
It was interesting. Like, we would just line up at the shed and we'd all just take pieces and walk them out. And there'd be people. Like, it was like an unspoken system to it. Like, people would walk stuff out. Other people were setting stuff up. Some people were sweeping.
Yeah.
It was just
Are there
interesting.
people who are like, yeah, I'm the board guy. I set up all the boards, or I set up the nets, or is it kind of just like whoever grabs whatever piece?
Yeah, I mean, like, I was pretty new to the setup. I didn't know how to set up the netting across the top of the boards. Like, I wasn't getting up there, but they had, certain people were doing certain things, and I don't know. They're just a very, like, it's a great community. Like, the players are, whoever has that middle game, they have to give the refs for the other games. Like,
That makes sense.
that's where it
Yeah.
works. So, like, like, each team has a responsibility going into every single Saturday that they have games, because those first 2 games set up, first two teams set up. The second two teams, each team provides one ref.
That'd probably be nice for
Or maybe two, I guess.
I guess, yeah, you'd have to do.
Yeah, two per
Maybe
game.
you should implement that in South Jersey. Just make the team show up, set everything up, just break it all down.
I think they would love that.
I think, yeah. Be fun.
But if you haven't seen it, it's on all of our social media. It's just Bay Area Street Hockey. It's been around since 1991. They've sent out spreadsheets with like all-time stats. They have like the stat leaders, guys that put up tons of points. Like it's very, very well organized. They do a wonderful job. And then we can talk a little Winter Classic. Leominster Americans, just an offensive onslaught. Like the A tournament, so North Americans.
Winter Classic.
Winter Classic is an A tournament, so it's not NBHL. It's basically all-star teams from certain points of, prominently the Northeast.
Yeah.
And the Leominster Americans, they won. Their team is made up of basically like 2.5 mass Tier 1 teams. And they scored 39 goals in 6 games.
Damn.
Like, that doesn't happen at A tournaments.
No, and every single defender in these tournaments are some of the best guys in their division. It's the 8, or there's some teams bring 2, but like the 8 to 12 best goalies in the country playing. Like, they're not easy goals.
No.
I would know. I only let up 4 of them.
Say, humble brag there.
Only team that beat them that weekend, not gonna lie. So I couldn't imagine losing to the Americans last weekend. Everyone else could,
You're
but
gonna dig yourself in all. You're gonna get.
Yeah.
They're gonna score 20
Gonna get
on you next time you
crucified.
play them.
well, we almost blew. We were up 6-1, and they came back and made it like 6-4.
Well, I was
Real tight at the end of the third period.
I was sitting there watching your game, and I was texting Dad, and he's like, "Wow, 6-1, they're doing pretty well." And I'm like, "Just wait, like they're gonna score." And then it came back to 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, and he texted me, he's like, "What the hell's going on here?" I'm like, this team just score
That's
a ton
what
of
they
goals.
do. That's what after the second period, we went to the huddle, and Trevor Altman was like, "Guys, this is what this team does. This game is absolutely not over. It does not matter how many goals we're up. They're going to come out here to try to win this game." And they honestly nearly came back.
That was just like the round robin games, right?
Yeah, it was the last game of the day. And actually, technically, the game didn't really mean anything for seeding because we were both locked into our own seeds. But as a moral victory, it felt great. Another team to knock off the list.
But their path to winning it all, they played the New England Ball Hockey Predators, who it's their first A tournament, I think.
Yeah, a lot of the guys I know have played with that Misfits team that plays up in Massachusetts, and I know there's other guys who have played for other men's A teams around, but it's the first time that they have put together as the Preds.
And there are also some Tier 1 and Tier 2 Massachusetts guys on that Predators team. So the Americans beat them their quarterfinal game. Semis, they faced off against the Gods, which, I mean, they're in Pittsburgh. They're Pittsburgh Tier 1, and it was one of the most insane games I've ever watched. You watched the whole thing
that was
live
the one,
from home, right?
yeah.
Like, it was just...
That was one of the only games I watched, yeah.
Yeah, it was just... I mean, what was it? So the overtime format was... It was... What, 3-3 after regulation?
No, it was 4-on-4.
No, I'm saying like the scores.
Oh, the score, yeah, it was 3-3.
Yeah. And then overtime was 4-on-4 for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think so.
And then...
Are you sure? I think they started 5, didn't they? Did they do 5?
They might have did like a 5-on-5 one first.
Were there 3 overtime periods before the
Yeah, but
shootout?
it went 4 on. I think it went 4-on-4 and then just 3-on-3 continuous. They would stop. I think.
I thought it went 5-on-5, 4-on-4.
It might have.
And then 3-on-3, and then shootout.
No, there was no shoot. They
3-on-3.
Oh, wait, no.
3-on-3
Wait, did
would
it
have been
go to
continuous. No. They won in
They
regular.
did at least 2 3-on-3 periods.
What did
So
I
remember
watched the
first-
shootout, I swear.
The first 3-on-3 overtime period
Maybe I didn't.
ended, and everyone's like, "Oh God, are they going to go to a shootout now? Like that's such a bummer. Like we want to
Yeah,
see more
okay,
hockey."
well,
And
that's
then
right,
they
yeah,
went
yeah.
back out for more 3-on-3, and everyone was all jazzed up about that.
But I know it ended in the 7th period. However, it got there 5-on-5, 4-on-4, 3-on-3. I don't really remember
2-on-2.
exactly. 2-on-2 would have been insane. But yeah, Corey Fredrickson, shout out Freddie, won it in OT. Right off the draw in that 7th overtime, they just kind of went straight down at a 2-on-1, and he, made a really nice move, beat the goalie, and set him up for the finals versus the Warriors. And I think they just had momentum. They're also really good, but like they were just like, I mean, after that game, you're pretty fired up, I think, and they just
Yeah, I think there's like two ways to take a game like that. Like you're exhausted and you're gassed and you get pumped in the first period, or you just come out firing. And they, that's the Americans is what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the second semifinal game. So they started the finals like 30 minutes after that. So they're still high on that adrenaline rush of winning a 7 overtime game.
Yeah, I just kept thinking about. I was like, damn, they have another game to play, or whoever wins this game has another game to play like right after. But
I remember like years ago, and when it used to be the Super Bowl bye weekend tournament in Harrisburg, it was Fusion versus what was it, Graphics, and like a 7 overtimes or
I think
something.
it was the 74s. It was one of the Leominster teams.
And they played like 3 periods plus like 6 or 7 overtimes.
Yeah, they finished in the 9th overtime.
And then they played
or 9th period.
And then they played your Warriors right after that and got tossed because they were exhausted.
Graphics now though. But yeah, I'm trying to think when that was. That was a while ago.
It was a long time ago.
Did we play them? Is that I don't even remember. I don't remember playing that
matchup. Yeah,
maybe. I don't know if that makes sense. But so they go to the finals. They play the Garden State Warriors, Jersey Tier 1 guys, and was it 5-1, 5-0?
They got at least one in. I think they snuck one in at the end, but Americans kind of ran away with it.
Yeah, I mean the Americans have the best offense you'll ever see. Plus they have Andrew Carter, who is a national team goalie, and then they have Nick Carter and national team caliber defensemen up and down the routes. They're just incredible. Like they're just a very good team, and they earned it. It was a very emotional weekend for them. Their coach, John Van Hilo, had passed a few days prior to the tournament starting. So an emotional win for them. So it was, I think everyone was pretty happy for them getting that one. It meant a lot to them. So congrats to the Americans.
congrats.
39 goals it's got to be a record.
Yeah, that's absurd.
Yeah. Now, what's it called? North Carolina, the Carolina Hurricanes, shout out, contributing to the ball hockey community. They just finalized that they are building 2 side-by-side rinks in Apex, which is the same city where the NBHL rink is.
Huge.
Wow.
So we'll have 3 rinks in that area. So that becomes an instant tournament destination once these rinks are built. They said they're going to have them done
Indoor,
pretty quickly.
outdoor?
I think
They will be outdoor, uncovered initially, but the plan is to cover them.
Let's go.
okay.
Yeah, so really exciting. The Apex rink that we use for NBHL is really nice as is. So to have these 2 rinks very close to each other is just wonderful. It's not just going to be a ball hockey rink. Like they're going to use it for other sports as well, but it'll be 160 by 75.
For now, we'll take over that. Ball hockey will take over that rink soon enough.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, so would love to have an NBHL event down there someday. I'm sure we'll be talking to those guys once those rinks are finalized. But the goal is have them done by April. I don't know if we'll have NBHL games there. I think we'll figure that out as we get closer to the timeline.
Wait, they're supposed to be done by April of this year?
That's what they said.
Wow.
Like they said it's going to be quick.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Well, I guess you're really just laying foundation.
Yeah, I guess it's not
and
crazy.
Once you have the foundation down, it's really like you can slap boards and deck on pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But yeah, it's nice to see NHL teams supporting. We've definitely talked to some throughout the years with varying levels of support. I know the Capitals have been amazing. They came out, ran a youth clinic during our Women's Elite weekend last year, which was so much fun. But just getting more NHL teams involved, I think, is huge for our sport. And I hope that teams see the benefit of ball hockey. Like getting sticks in hands is going to lead to people becoming fans. Like that's why, I didn't play ice hockey growing up.
Yeah.
But the Flyers were always, my team. Like I love the Flyers and, just because of playing street hockey. Like that was it.
The Flyers still do a good job in this area of, getting involved, I think. And, they were around when we were younger. So, I mean, it only, alumni would come out and, I think like Phantoms players were there at some point, the AHL team. So, yeah, I mean, it's all good for, the growth of the game. And, thank God the NHL sees that. So.
But I think that about wraps up everything. But we have to eat now. Excuse me, sir.
Ooh, shit. Let's go. Wow, you got teriyaki. That's what I wanted.
So, jerky, 5 flavors. What do you have, TJ?
Teriyaki.
I've got mango habanero, cracked pepper.
And I've got hot honey and original.
Hot honey. I want to try hot honey. That sounds good.
Yeah, I'm all in on teriyaki.
Disclaimer for me: not only have I never had jerky before, I've never had beef jerky before in my life.
That doesn't make any sense. Like,
I don't know.
This
It's
is like
just
my go-to like flight snack or like car trip snack. I don't know. Bring it skiing sometimes on the mountain. It's always good.
I've been missing out, but Cam's about to change my whole world.
yeah, I ate beef jerky yesterday. Like, that's just crazy to me.
Teriyaki, first taste.
Take and pass.
Take and pass. Am I allowed to eat?
Bites?
We can synchronize bites.
Oh, wait, yeah. All right, so this is, which one again? Sorry, teriyaki.
Teriyaki.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go
All right,
Eagles.
cheers. It's pretty good. You want some?
It's the best beef jerky I've ever had in my life.
Wow, it's actually really good.
All right, pretty good. All right,
Yeah.
you go mango habanero.
Mango habanero.
It's probably gonna have a bite to it.
Yeah, a little bit of a kick to it, but I like it.
I like a little spice in my life.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever had anything, I guess, habanero, but I like it.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah.
It's got like a nice. It's sweet
Me
too.
too.
Cracked pepper.
Wow.
All right, right. Ooh, a lot of pepper. Heavy pepper.
I like the pepper.
Yeah, gee, 3 beef jerkies in here. Like, is this like changing your life at all?
I'm a beef jerky guy now, yeah.
Okay.
If I'm at 7-Eleven, pick up some jerky too. I don't know if 7-Eleven carries it, but
We'll make sure they do.
yeah.
All right,
What's next?
What do you got, Jay?
Maybe it would have been smart for us to start with original. That one it might have been wise.
I'll switch them around.
No. The people need to know how we did this. We're full.
We have to be
transparency
transparent,
here, yeah.
Authentic. Original.
OG.
Oh.
You're ready for tier 3, dude. You're ready for tier 3.
You're not ready. You got to win. You got to windmill that.
It's not like overly chewy, I don't think.
Yeah, no. That's good.
I've had some beef jerkies that just suck, and you chew it for like
I mean, this
10
is my
years.
dinner right now. I mean, I'm getting all the protein.
I forgot we were doing this,
100%
and I made the
beef.
huge mistake of stopping at Pancheros and eating a burrito before I got here.
No, it's a good dessert.
Yeah.
All right, last one, Jay. Hot and honey. Pop her open.
Or hot honey.
Thanks.
You're not gonna believe what's written on the teriyaki. It's crazy.
I think the hot honey is spicier than the mango habanero.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's
I-
good though.
I feel
It's
like
got
the
a
mango-
nice heat.
I think that was my number one by a long shot. The hot honey. We saved the best for last.
I think my official ranking is habanero. Teriyaki goes number 2. Hot and honey. Then we go original. And then we go cracked pepper.
Last place original. No offense. I just like the flavors. Second to last. This is my number 4. Cracked pepper. Teriyaki 3. I'm gonna go hot honey 2. I like the mango habanero.
Yeah.
Is that the same order you just did? No, you went teriyaki 2.
I'm way out there with my order. So I'm gonna go number 1. Hot honey.
Okay.
Number 2. I like the original for number 2.
Wow.
And I'm gonna put cracked pepper number 3. I think teriyaki number 4.
Wow.
Mango habanero at the end. number
Wow.
5.
Wow, that's a first time eater of beef jerky.
Yeah, no,
jerky.
this is a clean, untouched
Yeah.
palate. So you know that this is a true
That's
assessment.
as honest as it gets.
Yeah.
Well, if anything, we all have pretty different rankings. Well, I guess mango habanero ranked pretty
Yeah.
high.
Well, no,
Mango habanero
that was my
put on-
last.
Put
pick.
on a clinic. Actually, I guess you averaged it
Yeah,
out.
I weighed it down.
Yeah.
But I guess, we all like different ones. They were good. Where's Cam Jurgens from?
Nebraska.
Is he Nebraska?
Yeah, he's a Nebraska boy.
He's a Cornhusker.
Corn fed.
I don't know if he was on the Cornhuskers or not, but feels like he should have been.
I got a good friend from Nebraska. I think the average male out there is like 6'5", 250. Like they're just built different. So
Where'd he go to college?
he went to University of Nebraska.
Oh, he did? Okay. So he's a Husker.
Yep. He played O-line there too, actually. He's a beast. Jergy.
Jergy.
Eat it.
Thanks, Cam. Get you in a Tortugas jersey this year.
We are
Jersey
we
swap
could
with
use a
Cam
new
Jurgens?
center.
Yeah, we could actually use a center. But I guess that wraps up our podcast. I'm not sure how much of, if you heard us eat beef jerky, congrats. If you
welcome.
didn't, go to YouTube and you can watch us
Watch.
eat some beef jerky from Cam Jurgens of the Philadelphia Eagles. So That's it. I think that's a wrap, boys.
Make sure to tune into the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Thank you.
Mwah.